echoes across the fruited plain from coast to coast. But in the South, where they say the game just means more, there's only one game considered the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From black jersey debuts to prayers at Jordan Hare, this matchup has had it all. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan Hare Stadium. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Georgia's offense will go to work first. The Dogs just chewed them up and spit them out the last time these two met as they destroyed Auburn.
And that's why I think Auburn needs something to happen early in this ballgame. They need some confidence. They need some feel-good because Georgia's dominated this series. They know. They talk about it. Auburn needs something good to happen early.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots, you soften up the coverage, you get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Grabs it in the middle. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Auburn's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
The run to the right. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They'll try to sneak it. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Knight. Hauls it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, and Simmons. And game tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big 3rd down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Auburn going to work with another first down. To the air on first down. Unloads it left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Close to the marker, it's Singleton. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wants to throw it. Bring in the heat. That's caught. It's Frazier. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
ready to go back to work after getting another first down. The give on the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling one or two guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
To the air, it's Knight. There's a hit. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
And this offense has gotten off to a good start on third down, but this is a different deal on third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his man. It's Singleton. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Cobb driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you could tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's third and short. Will they run again, or are you going to force them to pass the football?
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He'll go to the sneak. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made the extra point without problem. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Gives it on the option. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
And the Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Stockton. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
The the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with third and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this deep. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Georgia! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Using the quick game. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
They'll go up top on second and short. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got it behind the line. It's Cobb. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Pocket breaking down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Coming up, 4th down.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Georgia 14, Auburn 7.
Guys, the Deep South shuts down when the Tigers and Dogs get together, and that's the case again here today. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Auburn and Georgia plays out.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Auburn offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think that if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Goodness gracious, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, cause direct. That had to be a blown assignment. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the 3rd quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. A fair catch just inside the 40. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The screen, and watch out. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Second down coming up. Give to the running back. Running to Green. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. Got the 1st down and more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back back-to-back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Off play action. Quickly out to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Leaves it with the running back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Dogs! The Dogs are starting to hunker down, and they are sinking their teeth into the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
And the red and black going crazy, the fans going nuts, and Georgia has dominated this rivalry of late. Auburn fans are sick and tired of the Dogs, and man, they got to do something about it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Knight. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback go in the other direction.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Hand off from the shotgun. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. After swapping ends in the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He's in open space downfield. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
The Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. Safe little shovel pass. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they did. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick release on the RPO. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. I think at this point you might as well try to throw the ball down the field because this dog defense is not giving an inch.
They don't give an inch. They hunt the whole entire game. And they're all highly recruited kids. They're all talented. They're all going to get drafted. But they play for each other. They play with fight. They play with aggression. And that's why you always see them near the top of the defenses in all of college football.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Under fire. Oh, they're after him. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Turning it on. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the 1st down.
Under fire. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 45. Continues to fight for yards. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Knight. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Auburn! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chugging and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with a 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 1 more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. It is Georgia taking home the W in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.